This webinar explains the value maximizing level of debt, also called as optimal leverage. Leverage, a possible proxy for corporate risk, can be defined as the ratio of liabilities to assets or the ratio of debt to total capital, debt plus equity. Leverage is a double edged sword because it can magnify both returns and losses. Companies typically aim to achieve rate of return on projects that could exceed the cost of borrowing, thereby generating value creation. More importantly, all this will happen from relatively cheaper before tax dollars. Interest payments on debt are tax deductible. The perception of market stays positive in raising debt as long as the debt to equity ratio looks reasonable. In contrast, raising equity is more costly as dividends in most countries are not tax deductible. Modglani and Merton in their theory pointed out a world with no taxes, perfect and credible disclosure of all information, and no transaction costs associated with raising money or going bankrupt. The extent of debt in a company's capital structure does not affect the firm value. However, there is no free lunch, and this theory will not hold in the practical world. This is because there are diminishing marginal returns to increasing leverage until we reach the optimal level of debt. What leads to such diminished marginal returns on debt? Number one, as burden of debt increases, the marginal increase of shielded income decreases. Number two, potential risks of bankruptcy raise red flags. Bankruptcy can have serious transaction costs, lawyer fees, and drag on intangibles of the company. And number three, highly indebted companies are more vulnerable to economic swings.